Welcome to the show, everyone. We are here to talk about UFC 284, Islam Makhachev against Alexander Volkanovski. Someone's looking to be potentially a double champ, or we're gonna get a new number one pound for pound. How you doing today, Derrick?
Good man. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. Ready for this pay per view in Australia, down under.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. We've been talking offline, and I'll let you speak on how you feel about it. But I'm excited for this one. Yeah, no. I definitely think there's some filler fights in here, but overall, I'm excited. Could be maybe a little bit of a pay per view. A better pay per view, but I'm excited, man. I can't wait for this one.
Yeah, it should be good. I mean, I'm thinking, yeah, like you said, there's a few fights on here where I'm like, yeah, not the greatest for pay per view, but I think they're gonna have a good card for the people in Australia.
Yeah,
That every time I think the card is not going to be the greatest, it usually delivers. So
yeah,
I'll wait and see how it plays out.
yes, sir. And then on last week's episode, we did have a couple technical difficulties, but shout out to Sergey Spivak, fucking
Yeah,
ragdoll there.
Spivak looked real good. That was pretty ridiculous how he ran through him like that.
Yeah, that was impressive. So shout out to him for that.
Yeah, the polar bear is no joke. He's making some moves up in that division for sure.
Exciting to watch.
All right, so we got the first light heavyweight bout on the main card: Jimmy Crute against Alonzo Menafield. How you feeling about that one?
Yeah, I'd like the underdog man to start the card, Alonzo Manyfield. I like Jimmy Crute a lot too. He's a dog. He's gonna be a hometown hero. All that stuff. Um, but I ultimately think Minifield's gonna get it done. I think Minifield's on the right path. He's on the right momentum swing right now as well. Jimmy Crute has Jimmy. I don't know if Jimmy Crute's fought since his injury. Uh,
Yeah, he fought Hill. He got
oh,
injured.
oh,
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, but ultimately, yeah, I think Alonzo Manyfield gets it done. I don't know whether it's decision, KO or what, but I do think Manyfield will be the winner overall. And to start the card, let's start with the underdog, man. Plus
Yeah.
195 is what I have it at.
All right, sounds good. Alonzo Menafield plus 195. Yeah, I'm going for. I honestly think I'm going to take Crute in this one, just because I think if he can get him down, Menafield's gas tank not the greatest. So I'm thinking, if he gets him down, you know, holds him down for a little bit, probably going to get the gas tank close to empty for Menafield. I am definitely worried that Crute could get knocked out. When he lost against Smith, it was kind of, injury. So it's tough to tell about that fight. And then got knocked out against Hill. So most people are getting knocked out against Hill these days.
The champ, man.
Yeah, not the worst thing to, it's not like the loss aged terribly. I mean, we got a champ now. So yeah, I'll go with Jimmy Crute. He's around right now, like minus 175. So I think he'll get it done.
Nice. Nice. Way to start off the card. Opposites. I like it.
Yep,
Make
opposite.
it make it a little fun.
Exactly. So we'll
And
see. It is a tough one to predict. I think though.
correct. Yes, that's what I was gonna say right now. There's a couple fights on here that could go either way, so it's gonna be a good one. How about in the second bout, the big boys, Justin Tafa versus Parker Porter.
This one is another definitely toss up. It's a tough one to predict. I mean, I'm kind of shocked. This is on the main card to begin with. It makes sense because Tafa's from New Zealand.
Right.
Um, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Tafa on this one. I think he'll get it done. Um, Probably by KO. I mean, the guy hits like a truck. Um, yeah, I like Tafa in this spot just because it's he's got to show out for the not exactly the home crowd, but close enough.
Yeah, definitely.
So, his last win was against Hunsucker. Before that, he lost to Vendera. I mean, both of these guys are, up and down all the time. So I'll just go with the hometown boy in this one.
Mr. Tafa. Nice. Well, it'll be back to back, different picks. I'm gonna go with the big boy, Mr. Porter. Gonna go in there, the American, and get that W, and then chant USA on the mic. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, man, Porter's besides his last fight, I think he was on a 3-fight win streak before that. Uh, those also went past the first and a half round too, I think, so he could go the distance. Um, but you're correct when you say Tafa hits like a truck. I mean, obviously these boys are big, these are heavyweights, so most of them do. But Tafa, usually it's you're going down if it connects cleanly. But I do think that Parker Porter is going to get it done too. So back to back dogs, um, and surprisingly, man, I think I'm going to lock Parker Porter in for my my extra bet. Just kind of a if you just want to take it as a straight bet or what, but I think he's a for sure win this weekend as a dog. I, I I don't know why, but I just have a weird feeling that he's going to get it done. So. I'm gonna go with Mr. Porter.
All right, perfect. Yeah, you're on Parker Porter plus 105. I'm on Justin Taffa minus 125.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Definitely a coin flip fight.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Yeah.
we'll see about this one.
Hell yeah.
And then we got the next one, Randy Brown against Jack Della Maddalena.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this one it was kind of weird. Like when I was going back when I was researching the fights, it was like there's no way I could go back to back to back underdogs. There's no way. And that's absolutely correct. There is no way. So I'm gonna go with Jackie Boy. I think he's gonna get the job done. The hype is real though right now. The hype is super real with him, and that's also a little scary because I'm not really the one to kind of ride the hype train. But I think he is gonna get it done. I do think it's gonna go decision though. Randy Brown is a tough out. Um, but yeah, man, I'm gonna go with Jack Della Maddalena to get the dub.
All right, yeah, I'm with you on that one. Jack Della Maddalena minus 335. I do think the price is kind of crazy for the fact that he hasn't really fought anyone of Randy Brown's caliber right now. He's got a 5-inch less reach as well as Randy Brown, but Randy Brown has been knocked out in the UFC. He's been knocked out by Vincente Luque and Nico Price. So this guy does hit hard. I think he can get it done. Like you said, wouldn't shock me if it goes to a decision. But people love him over in Australia. I think they're setting him up for a nice win. So
Yeah,
yeah, we're both on him minus 335.
nice. Yeah, yeah. The thing is the competition. You're right on that. It's it's not the same, but with that kind of line, it's like this guy has to kind of win. And but I'm excited for that one though. If that goes all 3 rounds, sheesh. You know, I mean, It was Nico Price and who else that knocked at Randy
And
Brown?
Vincente Luque.
Almost two of the toughest dudes in the division. Almost, I mean, that's gonna be a fun one. That's gonna be a fun one. I can't wait for that one. All right, man. Co-main event: Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett. Number 2 against number 5. Who you got in the co-main?
This is a tough one. I mean, I think this fight, we could definitely see fight of the night on this fight, I think. This is perfect style for fight of the night. I have a feeling it's going to be a war going to a decision.
Mm.
Um, I'm gonna roll with the dog right here. I hated how he looked at the weigh-ins. He looked half dead, but Josh Emmett is a beast. Yair's a beast too. I just think Emmett hits harder. And, in a striking, probably stand-up fight, that could be the edge. He is pretty fast, too. I mean, Yair is quick, too, though. I just think the line's a little too high for me. I mean, I think it should be more like that Parker Porter, Justin Tafa fight. You have a slight favorite, slight dog. I think it's a little high for Yair to be at minus 175, to be honest.
Mm. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's a little weird because Yair's, kind of had a layoff. Josh Emmett's been in there. Um, but I mean, I obviously I got to go for Yair Rodriguez. I'm gonna pick him, but Josh Emmett is a really, really. If you're gonna pick any underdog, on the card, yeah, he's the one you obviously got to go with. But ultimately, I'm gonna go with Yair Rodriguez just because of style right now, and you know, they both are technically great fighters, but Yair Rodriguez is a little sneaky, um, all around, I think. And Josh Emmett, he's kind of the power's kind of gone away, I think, over the last couple of years. I think hasn't had a KO in a couple, I think 3 years or a couple of years.
Mm.
Um, so we'll see. Like I said, it's like you said, it could go a fight of the night. Um, if it goes all five, that would be nuts. And to be honest, I would love to see any of these dudes fight Volk. So that's it's kind of a win-win as fans. But ultimately, I'm gonna go with Yair Rodriguez. Um, like I said, just based on the style, and he will be in my. I'm gonna give a lock parlay at the end of it, and he's definitely gonna be in there though. Yair.
Sounds good. So you're on Yair minus 190. I'm on Josh Emmett plus 158.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
I do want just one thing about Emmett's power. I think it only might have went away just because he fought Shane Burgos, Ige, and Cater. Those dudes are hard to knock out.
Oh yeah, those are dogs.
Those are. So he still might have that power. I don't know if he's gonna knock out Yair though, because I mean, Yair
Hey,
hasn't knocked out much.
yeah, that's a great point. Shane Burgos, Calvin Cater, Dan Ige.
Yeah.
Shit, I couldn't even knock those dudes out with a brick.
Exactly.
Dude, that's nuts. Yeah, I mean that's a great point right there, man. That wow. Yeah.
And Yair's only been, TKO'd against Frankie Edgar. That was when he was getting pounded out on the ground. So I
Yes.
mean, standing up, he's never been knocked out in the UFC either. So
Right. Right. Yeah. These dudes are tough as nails, And I mean this shit could have been a main event. I mean, in my opinion, if if it wasn't champ versus champ, but um so you're right with Josh Emmett. I'm gonna go with Yair Rodriguez on that. This is a good card between going back and forth on. This is a fun one here, and that's the beauty of these pay-per-views that the goddamn UFC puts together. It's the matchmakers have been doing very well this last year and a half. I would say, um, and us fans are very very lucky to be watching these events. But the main event, man, champ versus champ, Islam Makhachev versus Alex Volkanovski. Who you rolling with tomorrow in the main event?
I mean, I went back and forth so many times, but I'm gonna have to roll with Islam in this. It's just, yeah, I think Volk's gonna be too small to, stop that takedown too many times. I think, he'll be better on the feet.
Mm.
But at the same time, Islam always has that sort of, you're just always scared of the takedown. And I feel like he kind of freezes people on the feet for that reason. So, yeah, I know Volk's been playing rugby with dudes and, bigger dudes, 250 pounds. But it's just this wrestling is different. And I don't think, 6 months of preparing is, he's been working with Craig Jones and stuff, but it's still not the same as these Dagestani wrestlers. And I think Islam will probably take this one. I think it's going to be a good fight. It's probably going to go longer than the Oliveira fight, I think.
Mm.
Uh, but, the thing about Islam is he's only absorbed 0.95 strikes per minute in the UFC. That's ridiculous. I mean, that's probably the least in the UFC.
Right. None of those dudes he's faced have hit as hard as this dude.
No, no, definitely not. Definitely not. I mean, but the thing is Volk's power going to translate to 155?
See, that's a good point because when this fight was being speculated and stuff, we were talking about it and we said, uh, or I kept mentioning to you guys that I think that Volk will have that power over um, Islam, even in Islam's division, due to being that with Volk being that heavy and that big. I don't think the power really goes away with somebody like that. Like he was a big guy, and and so I do think he will carry that power over um to you know to be able to potentially have the puncher's chance against Islam. And so, with that being said, I'm ultimately going to go with Islam Makhachev, but Alex has that puncher's chance. Like, Islam hasn't been hit, and definitely hasn't been. And when he got hit, he definitely didn't feel like a Volk punch, for sure. And we talked about the size difference and stuff like that. But Max was pretty big too for against Volk. But I think Islam. You made a good point earlier offline, but about the size difference when it gets to the ground. You mentioned you never seen a shorter guy really come out of on top like that, and that was a super good point, and I do think this ends in the second round, and I what's the under? Is the under 3.5
It's
or
2.5, and it's
okay?
like minus 165 to the over. So the odds makers think it's going probably to the third, which
Okay.
I could see, but
Yeah. Volk's another guy who's a tough out, you know what I mean? Like gonna I mean Brian Ortega had him in a guillotine, you know, deeper than the damn Pacific Ocean.
yeah.
Yeah. Like his shit was crazy. And obviously we saw what happened there in that fight. So but I do think that then yeah, under 2.5 for sure, Islam for sure, Yair for sure, and then add Parker Porter on that parlay. That's the 4-legger I'm gonna roll with. But yeah, in the main event, I'm gonna go with Islam Makhachev against Alex Volkanovski. And when you said that you were gonna go for Islam, I wanted to clip it. I think that's the first time you ever picked somebody in Habib's camp.
No, I bet him against Oliveira. I had him at minus
Oh,
one.
you did?
Yeah, yeah, I took it, and I love Oliveira, but I knew that was. I mean, it was just set up perfectly in
Yeah,
Dubai. Yeah,
yeah,
I knew he was gonna win that fight.
yeah.
Um, I mean, I bet Khabib against Connor too. I'll bet him. I like him to lose.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't hate him. It's just like I wouldn't mind if they lost. The only thing I don't like about this fight is his first title defense against a guy in the smaller weight class. That might be the first time that's ever happened.
Right,
I don't, I don't really enjoy that. I mean, yeah, I know it's for pound, whatever, but I think that's kind of weak, to be honest.
right. I think it's more for like a pay fight, and
Yeah.
that's where I think Volk knows, yeah, like his chances are pretty slim. You know what I'm saying? But I think these boys are gonna get paid out fat. Um, it's a major fight. I've had 5 people, 6 people message me today or right about work. Who you picking tomorrow? Who you picking tomorrow? And it's like some of these fans, some of these people are like just casual fans. You know what I mean? And um, it's weird because this card wasn't really promoted all crazy, but I think people just see a buzz around their friends or someone who likes UFC, and because I've been buzzing all week about this fight. I mean, you know, Islam Makhachev fight week is, I don't know. It's not quite Habib fight week, but it's close to it.
Yeah, I just hope Volk can, keep it on the feet, keep it standing. Just give us a little show. I don't want to see him get taken down right away and subbed because that will just be like this fight should never happen. I want
Right.
I want to watch the fight and at the end of the fight be like, even if Volk loses, like, damn, that was better than I thought. Because
Yeah.
when I originally heard this fight booked, I was like, this is gonna suck. I mean, the first thing Islam said was, "Where's the small guy?"
Mm.
Like, that's not the best fight promo. I like, you already know you're gonna smash the guy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear
It
you
might
on.
not happen. It really might not happen. Like, I can't count Volk out.
Yeah.
You know.
No. No. No way. And it would be cool to kind of see Volk win there, and get both of them. That'd be, that's like a heartfelt story kind of thing. That's like Brock Purdy winning the Super Bowl, but he didn't.
Yeah, exactly. So it's, the way I see it is Volk does have the reach, which is crazy. I think he's got an inch longer reach. So I mean, he's got long arms. I just, when it goes to the ground, like Islam said this week, I mean, Australia doesn't wrestle.
Right.
So you
Right.
take you take him to the ground, like you really think he's going to be beating this guy that's been wrestling since he was born.
Yeah.
It's really tough to think that's going to happen.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm excited, but you know, if you guys agree with our picks, disagree with our picks, just comment down below. Let us know. If you wrote some of the bet slips that we've locked in, let us know. Um, yeah, man. Shout out some of those people if they're riding it. So
Yeah, if you are, we won't ask for a commission. We're just happy you cash. So that's all we ask.
yeah, hell yeah, that's tight. Just share it with your friends, though. you know,
Exactly.
oh yeah.
We'll be here all year, so appreciate everyone listening and enjoy UFC 284. Maybe we'll see a double champ. Maybe we'll see a new pound for pound.
Hell yeah. Yes. Enjoy, everybody. See you guys on the next one.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Later.